It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Browns, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. And today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Mixon on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
11 empty.
Again, it's Mixon. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 17-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 12.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. A guy coming off his best season as a pro, here's Nick Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. Knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Moore, the man in motion. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Bengals 40-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Throwing left side, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Chubb. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone.
Here we go.
What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Here we go.
2nd and 3.
11.
At the Browns' 47-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. He's got room at the 30. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 47 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 4th down, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking lacking in is confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Watson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 27 yards there, a 1st down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Watson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11, mighty. 11, 12, 12.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
11, Thomas.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the 2nd half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Well, the 1st half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to submit it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays. Have him on the move on 1st down. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. 23 yards on the play.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
On 1st down, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now a pause for an injury, and that's the quarterback, Deshaun Watson, who's shaken up a bit. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the...
Touchdown, Browns! Amari Cooper, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals set to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Ready? Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
The Browns take over first and 10.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
This taken in at the goal line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Open man is Chase, complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
11 mighty. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Burrow on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Chase. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game.